Hi, I'm Matt Lorenzen, Academic Success Guru and College Admissions Consultant, and I am going to go over 11 tips to write an awesome college essay. Tip number 1, self-assess, know who you are. A great way to do this is to use a mind map, which is a nonlinear approach to divergent thinking and self-exploration. Areas of your mind map can include values, strengths, interests, leadership qualities, extracurriculars, hobbies, accomplishments, challenges, anecdotes that highlight your character, formative experiences. Coming up with a list of qualities of who you are can sometimes be difficult, but what I use with students that can be hugely effective are checklists or inventories. And if you're interested in some of these inventories, feel free to contact me and I can provide those for you. I have used various inventories such as a strengths checklist, a values checklist, leadership checklist, qualities of a great engineer or scientist checklist, the top 10 qualities that Ivy League colleges are looking for in students, and various other checklists that help students to self-assess in different areas of their mind map. French chefs have an expression, mise en place, which is putting everything in its place, and that's cutting your vegetables and meats and everything that you're going to use in your dish out in front of you, and you have it all ready. And this is what the mind map is. You can now sort of take a look at the mind map, let it soak in, and start to own all the different areas of it, and take a look now and brainstorm at various areas that you'll want to possibly highlight about yourself. Tip number 2, 4 qualities. For each essay, think of 4 qualities about yourself that you want to highlight and make sure that you have those in the essay. Tip number 3, reverse engineer. Think of the top qualities that the college you're applying to is seeking, and to the extent that you have those, weave those in the essay. The UCs, for example, state that they are looking for these 8 qualities: leadership, persistence, tenacity, initiative, resilience, creativity, problem solver, and intellectual independence. So to the extent that you have these qualities, there's nothing wrong with integrating these and highlighting these in your UC essays. Tip number 4, anecdotes and formative experiences. In your brainstorming process, write down anecdotes that highlight your character as well as formative experiences. You can use these in your mise en place to choose from possible topics that you can write on for your essays. Tip number 5, use anecdotes as a shell. People love stories. It draws the reader in and makes them interested and curious in what you have to say. Use your anecdotes as a shell to highlight various characteristics about yourself that you want to demonstrate to the college. For example, I worked with a kid who was applying to colleges and helped him with his college essay. He worked as a summer camp counselor with kids who had cancer, and he was able to talk about the experience of working with the kids and teaching them about various engineering principles and scientific principles through the story of working with the kids while they designed various train tracks. And so he was able to highlight various scientific principles like experimentation and persistence and creativity, as well as his passion and love for working with kids and teaching. And so that story worked out really well for him. Tip number 5, every story has the potential to transform or illustrate some deeper truth. Sometimes it's great to write about something, but then in the process of writing about, you come to a new realization or something like that in writing about it. And that's a very effective way to write these college essays. For example, in the previous example I gave of the kid who wrote about working with kids with cancer in a summer camp and teaching them how to be trained engineers and teaching them about various scientific principles. He talked about not only teaching them the scientific principles, but at the end of the essay, he came to this realization that the experience was more about, not just about teaching scientific principles, but also about helping the kids who had cancer to be immersed in the moment, to be immersed in science and the joy of learning and that hands-on experience. And so what the realization was that he had was that they were able to sort of overcome their cancer, at least for those moments that they were designing those trains, and instead of being kids with cancer, they were just normal kids, or even better, train engineers. Tip number 7, free write. Engage in divergent thinking. There are no wrong answers. Just write a bunch of stuff out, and great thoughts and different connections to these thoughts and stories will emerge. Tip number 8, convergent thinking. There are wrong answers and right answers, and you will begin to hew down all of this free writing into some coherent and logical stories. When you write these, make sure that you are parsimonious and strategic in your writing and get to the point. Tip number 9, just remember, it's not a confessional, it's not a short story for a magazine, it's a resume in story form. Highlight your best qualities and your unique qualities that will make you a great fit for the campus you are applying to. Tip number 10, know your audience. Familiarize yourself with the mission statement and values of the university to which you are applying, and remember this when you are writing your essays. Tip number 11 is from Aristotle, which is tell them what you're going to say, then tell them, and then tell them what you just told them. This is Matt Lorenzen, college admissions consultant and academic success guru, with your 11 tips for writing your college essays. Feel free to contact me if you're interested in college admissions consulting, helping with your college essays, or anything else with your college applications. Have a great day.